What's going on, everybody? UltimatDjz here from the Talking Trek podcast, and here with you for a Teaching Trek video as we do each and every single month. This is your event guide video, and unlike February, this calendar is a little bit more complex. There are multiple metas spread throughout this month, and I know that the early graphic, well, it looked a little bit light, right? It was not the most full-looking thing, and after the traumatic experience, here, I'll bring you over. After the traumatic experience of last month, woo, look up there. Look, you see it? See it? Hey, look up there. It is a little bit light looking, all right? But I'm here to tell you there's actually a lot more to it. And, of course, our very own Super Jesse is working on an amazing event guide calendar for you. We'll have that available in the event description and on our website just as soon as he gets it finished, all right, and we'll get that uploaded. But this could be a little bit deceiving. I'm here to tell you, folks, we do have a relatively busy calendar. Let's hop into the game, and before we get ready to start here, I would like to invite you to leave your questions down below. We're actually going to cover a lot of ground here tonight. There is some synergy potential this month, so we're going to point that out to you and maybe give you a little bit of strategy as we move forward here. First of all, would like to point out very quickly that as you are watching this, hopefully you're watching this on day 2 of the Battle Pass, and we will be entering into a Parabellum today, which is all the way down here at the very, very bottom of your calendar in your News Game Center. We've got 3 Parabellums and 1 Jelly Brawl, and yes, a Jellyfish Pursuit, a Jelly Auction this month after skipping it last month. So we've got that going on, but I'm going to tell you, folks, this one right here, this Jelly Pursuit, this Jelly Auction, this is dangerous this month, and I'm going to tell you why coming up here in just a little bit. But do keep that in mind. That is going on the 14th, 15th, and 16th as normal. It is a 72-hour solo leaderboard for spending materials and directives. But I'm here to tell you, this, unless you are just swimming in materials and directives this month, you may want to think long and hard about pursuing this one. On the other hand, maybe a lot of people do think long and hard about it, and you could easily win one for a low score. You're going to have to keep an eye on it, but there's a lot of calls for materials and directives this month, and we're going to break into it. Now, a couple of things that I want to point out here very quickly at the top. You've got this new missions event, and of course, I've mapped out the days. It's going on 10 days, which means you will have until Friday the 18th at noon Eastern to finish this. The tickets or the tokens are in your free track of the Battle Pass, and you should be able to do this free to play as you always have if you keep up with your Battle Pass. Also, what's really, really interesting here is this complete new research. Now, this is 12 days long, and I think that it would be really, really difficult to do. Right? It would be really, really difficult to do if you were going to do it with traditional researches. But this particular event, I believe, is all about the Prime, okay? It's actually up in the game right here, complete new research, and you can see right here, any research is 20 points. That's 50 researches that you'd have to do, or 2 primes, all right? The 2 early primes, Vidar Cargo and Stella Cargo. Now, just as a quick aside, some people said, well, you know, hey, I see the Vidar Cargo, I don't see the Stella Cargo. It will be along in a couple of days. They're staggering these as they roll out. You've got the Vidar Cargo now. Give it a couple days, you're going to see the Stella Cargo pack pop up in your pay store. And a couple of days after that, you'll see the Prime Ship Repairs pop up in your store. There is no timer. They will not expire. They will stay there forever. For some reason, they're just staggering the rollout. Now, what I wanted to draw here is a little bit of synergy. If you plan on purchasing these primes, I wouldn't necessarily do it just yet, okay? I mean, sure, go ahead and buy it if you want, but I wouldn't start this research just yet. As a matter of fact, I'm going to give you some synergy. If you're going to do a prime, I'm going to give you some synergy coming up here in just a couple of moments. Here on Wednesday, if you're watching on day 2 here when we publish the video, there is also the War is Good for Business meta that is going on right now. Yesterday we had Elimination. Today we've got Extraction. It's just mining. A 24-hour milestone, solo milestone for mining, which is fine, and then you've got the Parabellum. That's pretty much it for your Wednesday, okay? So a lighter day kind of stepping up as we ramp up into this calendar. On Thursday, we're launching into the War and Business Speculation. Guys, these are repeats from last month. If you remember, Speculation was the Devore and Fisha PvP event. Again, just as a reminder, you are Devore versus Devore only, Fisha versus Fisha only, in your designated system only. All right. If any other ship hits you and you die, neither of you score points. If you have a Devore and you hit a Fisha, you will not score points. Neither of you will score points. Okay. This is Devore, Fisha, only in your system. And that's what's going on here with speculation. It is a solo leaderboard, and that's going on Thursday. And again, that's about it for the 10th, all right? But here's where we start to ramp up, all right? And where things get a little bit interesting. I kind of feel, Ripper and I talked about it, Rex and I talked about it on the podcast yesterday morning, kind of feel like Scopely is testing the waters, being a little bit careful here. A little bit careful. Before we move into Friday the 11th, I do want to point out that you do still have this 96-hour progression event. This is upgrading the Fisha and, of course, mining some CLAT. If you want to do that there, here is that event right here, progression. You can see I haven't scored anything. I haven't mined nothing, but you can build it, you can tier it, and you can mine the CLAT with a Fisha. Hopefully by now some people have it, and if you do have that, then you'll be able to score in this event. It does go 50 players deep within the bracket, so not a bad thing there. If you can score your hands on, a couple of thousand Adabo tokens. Listen, if I can get top 50, I'll be happy here. I don't do mining leaderboards. So I'll try to score a couple of points just to get my hands on those Dabos. Real quick, as just an aside, we do have verification from Old Man on the official Discord that the Dabos are a different currency this month. You can see they're actually called Dabo tokens this month, but we're costing 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, where last month they were hundreds, all right? We have been assured that it was just a currency exchange thing. Obviously, we saw today in the milestone that we are getting exactly 10 times the amount, right? Getting 4,000 instead of 400 like we did last month, but then the packs cost 1,000 instead of 100 like last month. We are being told that we are still guaranteed the same amount of loot that we got last month, and we will track that for you, as always, here at Talking Trek. So you've got the Fisha upgrade event that's going on as well. Now Friday is where it gets a little bit interesting, folks. We were talking about this, laying the groundwork for future capabilities, all right? This is step one. I firmly believe it. I know it's not exactly what a lot of people had in mind when they were talking about cross-server play, but folks, you got to make this work first before you can have actual interactive cross-server play. So starting on the 11th, you got a 48-hour level 10 plus solo leaderboard. This is simple. It's just going to be destroying hostiles, okay? That's going on the 11th and the 12th. All right, so it's a 48-hour solo leaderboard, level 10 plus, just to destroy hostiles. Shout out Wambulance, bringing home the gold for server 15. Whoop, whoop, just say it. Shout out Ska. I'm sure you're going to bring home a gold for your server. Man, I hope Ska and Wham don't go head-to-head. They did that one time. I think Ska ended up winning just by a hair, but man, Wham. I'm looking at you, buddy. Looking at you. All right, so destroying hostiles here, all right? Then that's a 48-hour solo leaderboard. That's going to get you from Friday all the way to Sunday at noon. But on Friday, you're also going to get ticketed events, all right? Now, they're not in this calendar anywhere. Ticketed events are not in here, but as promised, we are getting 9 days of ticketed events. They are running on the weekends, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, all 3 weekends. And I might even point out that you've only got 30 tickets in the Battle Pass. But they have also guaranteed that you're going to get enough tickets to do this free to play every single day. What does that typically mean, community? It typically means that maybe, perhaps, the gift bundle comes out. Maybe, perhaps, if your timing is right, you can score an extra event. I'm just saying, keep up with your clock. Keep up with your clock, and you can get some extra resource and material this month. Yay! With extra ticketed events. All right, that's starting on Friday as well, the same day as this solo leaderboard. All right. Then you get into Saturday. Saturday starts getting real busy as well. Now, on Saturday, we begin the first weekend of the meta for recruiting ROM. All right. Now, this is a 72-hour total meta. You guys, listen, this is the most complicated meta that we've had since October, all right? And I'm going to explain it to you. A few moments ago, I told you not to start doing research, right? That prime research, the one that takes G5 rare. Well, I don't know if you've ever noticed, folks, but in a material event, G5 rare actually is more valuable than, say, G3 or G4 uncommon. So there is going to be a benefit to spending it strategically. Let's take a close look at this meta. First of all, what we see here is written like a 48-hour milestone. I'm not sure if that's going to be a 48-hour milestone or if it's 2 24-hour milestones. It's written as a 48-hour milestone. We'll have to see what actually comes in, which would get you Saturday into Sunday, and then, finishing up on Monday. But also, you've got here on the 13th, which is Sunday, you've got another hostile hunt going on, all right? So you've got mining that you could do on the Saturday, which may coincide with a ticketed event, most likely, all right? Then on Sunday, you're going to also have another ticketed event, but you're also going to have this hostile hunt right here. These are all level 20-plus solo milestones, all right? Then on the 14th, which is also, that's Monday, all right? Then you're going to have this swarm event, all right? So they couldn't do the swarm on the Sunday. They're going to make us do a little bit extra. No synergy here, all right? You're going to do the swarm on Monday, the 14th, and that is going to wrap up the first 72 hours of the meta. As far as solo milestones, here's what I want to point out. This is the tricky one right here, folks, all right? You've got a Recruit ROM Armada Assault. Now, DJ, you're saying, what are you talking about with the G5 rare? Hang on, I'm going to get to it, all right? This Armada Assault actually starts on day 2 and runs 48 hours, all right? This is the first of 2 Armada spend events. This is start and defeat. All right, guys, this is the rare and epic run right here, where you get the points, the big points for spending the directives, and then you get the sub points for defeating. Your team is going to have to work together to work everybody in, okay? So be aware of that. Get with your team ahead of time, starting on a Sunday and rolling all the way through Tuesday at 11:59 a.m. Eastern Time, 13th and 14th. You've got this Armada event. What you're also going to see, level 20 through 22, and shout out to you, and shout out to the moderators and the other content creators for getting this changed. We were originally very concerned for the level 20 to 22 that they were going to have 3 material spend events this month. Thankfully, they have cut that down to 1 technically, all right? You're going to have a gain power milestone during this time, which can be a lot easier. Listen, 20 through 22, if you've got a station gun, then I encourage you to kind of make sure that that can be a priority. You're going to have a gain power solo milestone as your meta, which I find to be much, much easier to do than spending 1,000 materials 3 times this month, all right? So I'm really, really grateful for this change. Thank you. Shout out Scopely. Really, really grateful for this change. In 20 through 22, you need to be rejoicing, but also preparing to get yourself some power. That is defense platforms, all right, during this time right here. Now, the materials. Let's come full circle. Why? G5 materials, DJ. Get to it already. Here it is. You're going to have a recruiting ROM solo leaderboard that is not part of this meta, okay? As we talked about in the video yesterday, you will have an opportunity a couple of different ways at getting the epic ROM this month. $99 Elite Battle Pass pack, 100% meta completion, and 100% Battle Pass completion guarantees you the unlock. However, like in metas past, if you want to skip the $99 pack, all right, and just do the $20 pack, then you're going to have to make up some shards. All right, as a matter of fact, if we come in here and take a look at this pack, this right here, the $99 pack, has 33 shards in it. Just like last month, you are going to have to make up 33 shards. Well, good news is we've already gotten 1 or 2, I believe, in a gift chest. Look, I've got 1. All right, so I guess that's what came in the gift chest. But you also have the Epic Luck Gotcha, which we'll talk about a little bit later. But you've got a couple of opportunities to try to pick that up. Look, I'm 0 on an ISO. Let's bring that home. All right, so you've got a couple of opportunities to pick up shards elsewhere. But it's important to keep in mind that you are going to need to supplement 33 total shards, whether it's from the Davos or the Epic Lux or the other special events that are coming up. I'll tell you about that later. But that is what you need to know for this meta, okay? And this solo leaderboard will be able to be synergized with the complete research event if you are buying primes, okay? If, guys, you're buying primes. Otherwise, you know, I mean, you could blast out a bunch of research doing this. That would be fine. But just be aware that this level 20 plus solo leaderboard is going to run twice, and this first time it will synergize with the research mission. If you're trying to pick up a few extra shards, this might be a good place to do it. Now, notice that this is running alongside with the Armada Assault. There is no synergy for the 2 events, and we have now confirmed that this SLB will not have a paired SMS.
Why? Because there's SMSs built into the meta. All right, so this particular solo leaderboard will not have a paired SMS, as the SMSs are coming from the Armada Assault and the other meta events, okay? We are also being told that Latinum will score in this solo leaderboard. Last month, that's what they shared with us. It did not end up coming to pass. As of the time of this taping, we are still expecting Latinum to present, and I'm sure a lot of us are probably looking forward to that, possibly, if you're tapped on other resources. Okay, so we can look forward, hopefully, to that. Now, that gets us all the way through the 14th, Monday through the 14th, all right? That's when we wrap up our ROM meta. But also, folks, what happens on the 14th? This is where you don't get the synergy, and why I warned you about the jelly auction, all right? Recruiting ROM solo leaderboards 48 hours. It ends, the last event day is the 13th, so it ends on the 14th at 11:59 a.m., okay? Down here, starting on the 14th at 12 p.m. Eastern time, you start another material leaderboard for the Jellyfish Pursuit if you want it. And that lasts 72 hours. Folks, that's 2 back-to-back material auctions. And I'm here to tell you, this one, I guess, just kind of depends on where you are this month. If you're swimming in materials, go for it. But there's a lot of other places where we're going to have to dump some materials, so be warned about that. I'm going to get you some more information on that coming up. Now, listen, the 15th is very empty. The 15th is very empty. Let's even take a look real quick at, yep, there it is. There it is. Look, the 15th is empty. It's nothing there. There's nothing. It's empty. Is this another case of like a fill-in Friday? Could this be, what is the 15th? Is that a Tuesday? Is that a Tuesday? I don't even know. Is it a Wednesday? Let me take a look at the calendar. The 15th is a Tuesday, so Taco Tuesday is wide open here. I am here to tell you, folks, Scopely is completely and 100% aware that this block is empty. Wink, wink. Nudge, nudge. Hint, hint. Purr. Enough said for now. Stay tuned for more. All right, let's get back into the game here. All right, so we got more. That's the 15th. Now on the 16th, we got a special event. St. Paddy's Day is right around the corner. Luck of the Ferengi is going to last. It's a 48-hour event. Really simple here, folks. You got a 48-hour Alliance leaderboard to collect these special St. Paddy's Day tokens and gain power by doing the other power gain mechanics like we've seen in the past. Station defense platforms, research, and buildings, okay? That is the overall Alliance leaderboard, but you're going to have a couple of other little metas in here as well. That is, for example, contribution. From what I understand, this is going to be probably maybe some mining. It could be some helps. I think it could be that helps event where you get points for helps or donations or Armada directives potentially, like the uncommon ones. So that's what I'm expecting right here. Also, well, no, it's not going to be mining, because also on that Wednesday, you've also got this mining event right here, okay? So not probably going to be mining. So I'm going to guess mining and helps and Armadas, which is what we've seen in that before. That's on Wednesday. Then on Thursday, you've got another solo milestone for just simply destroying hostiles. A very light 2 days, very fun, loving, going, happy Irish St. Patrick's Day, okay? That's what's going on those 2 days. And I am told you'll be collecting these St. Patrick's Day tokens and have a mini event store that you could go in there and maybe pick up on a couple of little goodies right there during that little bit of a time, okay? Then we roll into the Thursday, the 17th, where you're doing this hostile hunt. Guess what? That gets you synergy with Parabellum, all right? So you might be hitting some bigger hostiles for Parabellum, but nonetheless, it's probably going to count nicely right here with your synergy. So you got a Parabellum on the 17th. Now, that's it. All right, that's Thursday. Friday gets busy again. Let's come back up here to our cross-server play, okay? We got another cross-server solo leaderboard. This one for Swarm and Doomsday. Ooh, I know y'all love your worms. I know y'all be loving those worms. All right. And listen, let's not pretend that Swarm are not maybe a little bit expensive with that Frank A. This one is going to be a little bit more in it to win it, okay? But you got another 48-hour cross-server solo leaderboard as we continue to flesh out and test this mechanic, because coming up right after this, we got something huge, okay? So this one for Swarm Clusters and Doomsday, that's on the Friday. All right. You also start a new 3-day, 72-hour cycle of ticketed events on that Friday. And I will bring you down here. Where is it? Right here. Galactic Warfare. All right. While you're doing these Swarm and Doomsday for the cross-server leaderboard, you're also going to have some faction hostiles, and there's going to be bonus points for cloaking and using exocomps. All right. This is a solo milestone, probably not going to be wildly complicated. All right. But there is going to be a faction element here. So get your faction reputation exocomps ready. Don't know exactly what you're going to have to hit, but I would guess that you are going to be hitting Klingons or Romulans. So you do have the skirmish systems you could use if you want, and bonuses for cloaking and exocomps. All right. So no synergy to the cross-server solo leaderboard. You're going to have to knock one of these out real quick and move on. Saturday the 19th begins the second weekend of your meta. All right. And again, we've got a mining event. You have a solo leaderboard for material spend. Okay, come down here. You've got your second solo leaderboard going on. And again, you know that we've got the Armada Assault, so no synergy on the SMS. This is what I was saying earlier, man. This is an expensive month for Material Sync because they have removed the synergy from the meta event from the SLB, okay? They are two different events, and there's no synergy there. So you've got a solo leaderboard with no paired SMS for ROM right here and a solo leaderboard, and then you are going to have the Armada Assault, again, a second Armada spend event, and why I warned players that 600 rare directives were not going to get it done this month. All right, you're going to have this event a second time if you're 23 plus, and of course 20 through 22 need to have another gun or two ready to go for this event. All right, you're going to have a second power gain. All right, this is an expensive meta. All right, it's a valuable officer, but this is definitely an expensive meta. On Sunday the 20th, you're going to wrap up with your tickets. You're going to wrap up with the ROM meta. You've got some more hostiles. You're going to finish with the Armadas. You got some more mining. And, of course, you're finishing up with the ROM auction right here, okay? Now, the 21st gets exciting, all right? The 21st gets exciting. We enter Best in the Business, all right? We saw that on the graphical calendar. Best in the Business is a... this is leading up to the cross server, okay? So this is a 6-day event. Let's start with days 1 and 2, just a simple alliance leaderboard, okay? Doing Federation, Klingon, and Romulan armadas, okay? You're damaging those armadas, destroying hostiles to score points within your alliance. The top 50 alliances, which should be most on your server, the top 50 alliances are going to move on to the next round. This is almost kind of like a quasi-gauntlet, except they're incorporating cross-server play. So, alliance leaderboard where top 50 alliances are going to move forward. On top of this, though, you do have hostiles right here, okay? But you're also coming back up and starting the next run of War and Business. So, there is some synergy here. You got eliminating hostiles as your solo milestone on the 21st, which is good because you're also doing hostiles and armadas for Best in the Business, okay? Just as a quick aside, you are starting another Fisha upgrade event that lasts 96 hours for mining and all that stuff. Also, a very busy day, although there is some more synergy for these hostiles. You are also getting your Jellyfish Brawl event, all right? So the 21st is going to be a very busy day, but have a lot of synergy. Really, hostiles are probably going to get this thing done for you for the most part. I will point out that your ROM meta has one more day here on the 21st, and you'll be doing a few Swarm. So hopefully your daily will be enough for that, but don't forget about your Swarm on Monday. Crazy busy. Meta for Swarm. You got hostiles for War and Profit or War and Business or whatever. Then you got hostiles for the Alliance Leaderboard, and you have a Jelly Brawl. Very busy day. All right, and the Alliance Leaderboard is continuing. Where'd I go? It lost it. Best in the Business, all right? That's going on 48 hours, all right? On the 22nd, though, again, do keep in mind, you've still got War and Business going on, so you've got mining. Where is it? Right here, extraction, all right? So that's on the 22nd, so you got to do a little bit of mining. That usually is able to be done with your dailies, hopefully, all right? And that's it. Tuesday the 22nd, there's nothing else going on, so you guys can focus all in on Best in the Biz, all right? And then that's going to end. Wednesday the 23rd comes around, and we begin the next phase. The top 50 alliances that moved on are now going to have a solo leaderboard, not alliance, okay? A solo leaderboard for gaining power, all right? And again, I point out, this is a very material-heavy month. Are you going to participate in this? Are you going to try to gain the power? Because only the top 50 players are going to move on, all right? I do not know what the brackets look like for this thing. They could be very broad. They could be very narrow. I have no idea. But this is gain power, and that's going to cost materials. All right, so be really careful as you're taking a look at this second phase of Best in the Biz and whether or not you're going to compete. All right, because you've got a 48-hour solo leaderboard here for gaining power, and the top 50 players are going to move on. All right. Also, this is the day that you've got the Devor Fisha PvP event running again, and you've got your next Parabellum event that's running again on the 23rd. So Wednesday going to be a little bit busy. Thursday, wide open. Again, the day 2 of your gain power. And I may even argue that this is one that doesn't need a whole lot. You're gaining power, so you're clicking buttons, you're spending materials. There's no other events scheduled for the 24th at this time. So what you could do is set out a couple of extra miners and try to improve your position over here in the War and Business upgrade event. Where did it go? Progression right here. You are getting paid to mine CLAT if you have a Fisha, so you could be just focusing on some mining on Thursday the 24th. It does otherwise look like a light day. That said, gets crazy again on Friday, all right? You start your ticketed events. Okay, you start the ticketed events again, all right, and you've got this Galactic Warfare event again, where you're doing hostiles and then using the cloaking or the exos, all right, so that's going on the 25th, and also you come down here to the Best in the Biz, where the top 50 players move on to the level 25 plus cross-server solo leaderboard. This is it. This is the grand finale. And what is it? We've already had 2 Armada Directive spend events, and here's your third, all right? So, listen, I know we always talk about solo leaderboards being spenders leaderboards. That's not always the case. Sometimes it can be grind. I'm here to tell you this month, there's no way that this isn't a spenders event. All right, you're just not going to have the directives. This is one of those events, one of those months, Bubba Joe, where Scopely is just saying, hey, listen, it's time for you to dump all them directives. We got too many directives. We're going to get them all. Go get them all. All right. So right here, Best in the Business. Now, I am told there will be good rewards for this. All right. Should be pretty daggone good. So maybe you will feel incentivized to spend more rare and epic directives to participate in this best of the best cross-server solo leaderboard. Just as an aside, the players 10 through 24 in their brackets who moved on from the power event will have a hostile hunt cross-server solo leaderboard during this time. And again, the rewards are said to be really, really good. Just be aware of what they are before you get into it, because that's going to be expensive. Then on Saturday the 26th, we continue with our ticketed events, and we come back to the third and final weekend of the Recruit Raw meta. All right, where we are going to have Swarm on the 26th, okay? Also on the 26th, we got some more mining, all right? Then we come over to the 27th, where we got hostiles, all right? All that seems really simple here so far, except we are adding not a third Armada event, but here's your material spend. Now, I am grateful, actually, that this is at the end of the month. It's going to give players a chance to claim most of their battle pass and recover their rewards and hopefully be able to do this. As a quick reminder, let's quickly show you, and we don't know that this is confirmed, but here are the milestones that we had in Quark's test last month. All right, you take a look at this. All right, I would expect them to be very, very similar. You guys take a look at this, okay? All the way there, 20, all the way to 60. These were the points that were required in the Quark's test solo milestone for resource spend, and that is going to happen one time here for players on the 26th and 27th. So not super heavy with the materials as much as the directives this month, but this material spend meta happens at the end of the month, giving players time to recover and be able to successfully complete this solo milestone to get those ROM shards, all right? Because every single one of these metas is important. And this is the only material SMS that you're going to have. And note the lack of synergy. There is no ROM solo leaderboard this weekend, all right? This resource deployment solo milestone is weekend 3, but there are only 2 solo leaderboards, weekends 1 and 2, so no synergy to be had here, all right? And that's going to, for the most part, wrap up your calendar right there. Sunday into Monday at 11:59, as we know, is day 20, and on Monday at noon Eastern, we enter downtime. Now, a couple of things just to make a quick note of. I know the video's gone long. I apologize. We, of course, will see the return of Cosmic Cleanup, and if you have stuck with me through this entire video, look at the time. If you've stuck through this the entire time, then I give you this hint. Cosmic Cleanup will see changes this month that will improve the value for all ops levels. I'm really excited about that. I'm going to give you one other little thing, one other little golden nugget. Here's the super secret special hint that people get rewarded with for watching to the end of the video. There may or may not be a special, impromptu, unreleased, not known about, not in the calendar, special event that could run on Mondays that could help some players fast track their acquisition of a ship. That's all you get for now. That's all you get for now. We've got more information to come. All right. Don't forget, obviously, we got this treasury thing, too. We got to tell you about that. Lots more content to bring to you here on the Teaching Trek channel, okay? We got content on the building. We got content on Cosmic Cleanup. We got content on this Monday thing. We got a lot still to do. My name is UltimatDjz. You got questions? Leave them in the comment section below. Please subscribe to the channel while you're here. Click on the little bell. Give us a thumbs up, like, and be sure to tell all your friends how awesome this video is. My name is UltimatDjz from the Talking Trek podcast here on a Teaching Trek video, reminding you to play smart, folks. Okay? Lots of opportunities to kind of make mistakes this month. We hope that you use this to become a better, more efficient, and highly rewarded player. Do you think you can do it? I hope you can. This is your friendly neighborhood cat person saying meow for now. Love you, man. We'll catch you on the next one. Ha ha, meow. See you later. Bye.